Hi everyone, welcome to my weekly question answer session. So let's start. So the first question is, how can you build the CRM into the bubble? कैसे बनाए CRM को bubble में? So let's understand it. Let's break into the small module. कैसा हो? CRM होता क्या है basically? It's a customer relationship management. So basically it's a list of all the users where you are manipulating the data, changing the data, और चार्ट दिखा रहे हो, एनालिटिक्स दिखा रहे हो. That's it. That's basically a CRUD operation. So जिसको नहीं पता CRUD operation क्या होता है, create, read, update, delete operation. और यही हम बबल में करते हैं. So eventually CRM is quite possible into the bubble, even the complex one. Complex one is the like where you are processing lot of information, like lot of millions of record, and then giving a user analytics. Okay, ये last 6 month में ये यूजर्स हैं, इन्होंने अच्छा किया है, नहीं किया है, इन्होंने सबसे ज्यादा परचेजिंग की है, डिपेंड अपॉन इन विच केस यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द CRM. So yeah, it's quite possible. So let's move to the next question. Next question is how to auto log off current user after a period of time. So this is the like repeating question. I keeps on getting it. Like for example, in case of social media, whenever someone visited any Facebook, for example, and it should be auto log out after 7 days of inactive trial or something like that. So how can you do that into the bubble? So there is a small concept in the JavaScript or browser is local storage. You can leverage that. How that work is, let me just, before moving forward, let me just show you one plugin that can be really helpful to do that. So this is the plugin, browser session on local storage. I think I have mentioned in the last video also, last Q&A video also. This plugin you can use to auto log out any current logged in user from the browser. Like on a back end, it uses a local storage concept. So if you want to more read about the local storage, so just go to their local storage and read that document. यहाँ पे इन्होंने अच्छे से डिटेल में बताया हुआ है कि सेट आइटम, गेट आइटम. अभी बोलोगे कि यहाँ पे सेट आइटम, गेट आइटम ही है, बट एट अ सर्टेन टाइम, जैसे 7 दिन के बाद मुझे रिमूव करना है, तो वो कैसे करेंगे? तो व्हाट यू विल डू इज, सेट आइटम आप करोगे, जो भी आपको डेटा स्टोर करना है, एक वैल्यू यूज करोगे एक्सपायरेशन डेट, और वहां पे एक्सपायरेशन डेट में आप डाल दोगे फ्यूचर का 7 दिन के बाद डेटा. सो वेन एवर समवन विजिटिंग योर वेबसाइट, चेक कि लोकल स्टोरेज में एक्सपायरेशन टाइम हो गया है कि नहीं हुआ है. हो गया है तो लॉग आउट करो, नहीं हुआ है तो कीप लॉग. So that's the whole concept. I hope you basically understand it. Okay, so let's move to the next question. That is a different plugin parameter for live web development. So whoever don't know about you can build a bubble plugin into the bubble development and enhance your capability. So I have created one course over the plugin development, जिसको भी बिल्कुल जीरो से स्टार्ट करना है. दैट इज पर्टिकुलर फॉर द 0 to 1 ऑडियंस. सो आई विल लिंक इट टू द डिस्क्रिप्शन और राइट इट हियर फ्रॉम समवेयर. सो बेसिकली क्वेश्चन क्या है कि जब भी हम प्लगइन डेवलपमेंट करते हैं, अगर मेरे को लाइव में कुछ दूसरे यूआरएल पे टेस्ट करना है, डेवलपमेंट पे दूसरे यूआरएल पे टेस्ट करना है, तो क्या कर सकते हैं? तो व्हाट आर द ऑप्शंस आई हैव? तो उसके लिए क्या करना है, 2-3 तरीके हैं. सबसे पहले सिंपल तरीका कि यूजर से इनपुट ले लो. While building an element or action, user input ही ले लो. तो user will pass using a is live thing. So let me just share with you what exactly I'm talking about. Let me just open the bubble. तो बेसिकली जैसे ये दिख रहा है, तो यहाँ पे यूजर से इनपुट ले लो. यूजर इनपुट देगा इज लाइव पे. इजंट लाइव वर्जन करके एक फील्ड है बबल नेटिवली. ये वैल्यू हमारी पास होगी प्लग इन में. So this is the quite good way of doing it. अब तुम चाहते हो, you are not trusting your user कि भाई वो गलत इंफॉर्मेशन देगा, सही देगा, और you don't want to input. तो ना एक सिंपल सा सॉल्यूशन है. This person has like William said on a Google forum पे इसने पुट किया है. Use this windows.location.pathname.split by/, और फर्स्ट वाला जो सेकंड वैल्यू ले लिए तो वो वर्जन आपको दे देगी। वर्जन कैसे देगी? जो आपके यूआरएल में होता है। सिंपली कैसे यूआरएल में होता है, इफ यू जस्ट प्रीव्यू इट, तो यहाँ पे ये वर्जन टेस्ट करके आया ना, आपको चेक करना है वर्जन लाइव पे, क्योंकि वर्जन टेस्ट कुछ भी हो सकता है। वर्जन डेवलपमेंट जो ब्रांच का नाम है बेसिकली, तो आपको यहाँ पे चेक करना है वर्जन लाइव पर है तो वो लाइव है, और वहां पे आपको लाइव यूआरएल पास करना है प्लगइन, नहीं है तो नहीं। Okay, I hope you got an understanding of it. Let's move to the next question. Next question is this one. So someone reach out on the forum. He's not able to read this question. The question is he wants to show the pop-up whenever he click on the repeating group item and to basically show the detail. How can he do that? So there is a one action into the bubble, that is display data in pop-up. So if you go in your bubble, go to bubble. Let's again display data in group and pop-ups. Yeah. तो यहाँ पे you have to choose your pop-up, जो भी आपने pop-up बनाया है, and pass the data. If you are passing directly from the repeating group, it should be like current cell display. That's it. Yeah. I hope it is clear it out. Next question is tricky one. How can you integrate the Google Calendar? So there is a couple of way of doing it. First is bubble way, or like non-technical way of doing it is using the path fix service. So what is this? So if you search on the internet, so there is a path fix service, this one. What it do is it help you to integrate any type of service like Google Calendar, Gmail, anything. यहाँ पे authentication की जहाँ भी जरूरत हो रही है वहाँ पे you have to add it directly. So it just give you a simple element and you just need to select okay what you need to implement is Google, Gmail, Google Calendar. That's it. Simple, done, just it. But if you don't want to use it because this is a paid plan, if you don't want to do it, you can do by the API connector. So you need to set up the Google Calendar in the API connector. So the basic thing is, let me just show you. So let me show you how can you set up the Google Calendar into the API connector. So this is how the setting goes. All the Google Calendar, your scope, whatever the you want to show or not. The API, app ID or app secret you will get from the Google development console. So if you search on the internet, like okay, how can you integrate the Google Calendar with the anything, any programming language, does not matter what. So the first step is how can you set up your application on the Google Play console. तो वो पहले सेटअप करना है, वहां से आपको ऐप आईडी और ऐप सीक्रेट आएंगे, उसके बाद यहाँ पे गूगल बबल में आना है और ऐसे ही OAuth सेटअप करना है। ये मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है ना OAuth, और इसके अंदर एपीआई, बाकी के एपीआई लिखने की सारे इवेंट आ जाए, कोई नया इवेंट क्रिएट हो जाए वो। और दिस इज अ प्रीटी स्टैंडर्ड एपीआई कॉल्स। तो इफ यू जस्ट गो ऑन द इंटरनेट एंड जस्ट सर्च की ओके गूगल कैलेंडर एपीआईज, तो आपको वो सारी लिस्ट मिल जाएगी। डोंट नीड टू वरी अबाउट इट। Okay, move to the next one. This is also a very repeating question. I got it. It's like how to convert bubble apps to mobile apps. How can you convert it? So there is a couple of way you can do it. So some are paid, some are not. So I will just give you a quick explanation on everyone. So the first one is Henry. So Henry is a plugin, basically bubble plugin that is created by the Damien, if I am pronouncing his name right, and it's a $9 per month thing, and I think it costs you about you need to buy 1 month of Hunkable. This is another Nocode tool. 1 month plan that is $45. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the only cost associated with that. Next one is thebdk.com. So they also provide all the functionality. So this is the most robust and trustable, you can say, framework or plugin to convert your web app into the mobile app, and also use the device functionality like camera. I think camera by default, in-app purchase, touch ID, face ID, push notification, all this deep analytics, deep linking, all this. So, but this is the pricier side. This is $365 one-time cost, and then for every rebuild. Rebuild means whenever you need to update your Google Play Store app or App Store app, so it costs you $39. So that's the total cost. Next one is there's a one more thing is there, Air Native. That is a plugin developed by the Zero Code. I think that is also on the pricier side. Yeah, $299. अगर आपको वो भी नहीं करना है, खुद से कुछ नहीं करना है, तो इनको $798 दे दो, ये सब कुछ आपके लिए करेंगे. Next one is navigator.io. Yeah, so this one is also cost you like $10 per approx $10 monthly subscription in a per month. So that also so it depend upon your need. So that for particular this will give you every like post notification, geolocation, maps, camera, and all. So that's what you need it actually. There is one free way of doing it. If you don't want to pay for that service and all, but I think that service are worth it. That's a $10 per month, so I think worth it. But if you don't want to pay, कुछ भी pay नहीं करना, खुद से कुछ करना है तो follow this tutorial. That will convert your web app to the mobile app. And I also created one video over the internet. If you just go for YouTube and just search it, convert bubble to this one. So this is my I have gone in bit detail about it, how can you do and everything, so you can see it. And in that video I just show you the example of how can you extract the Google Play app APK, but not the Apple one. So but the process is a bit similar. Instead of using Android Studio, you need to use the export. Okay, this one is an interesting one. So someone reached out to me on the internet and said, what is the tech stack Bubble use? So I do a little bit of research and figure it out. Bubble uses quite a lot of programming language and different platforms to set up. Obviously, they are the pioneer in the Nocode. They have to use it. So first one is database. So basically, Bubble use a PostgreSQL SQL on RDS. They use a AWS for the server. Then the programming language they use is JavaScript, Node.js, CoffeeScript, HTML, CSS, and ES6 lint. And they also use a Cloudflare for the CDN and for the other tasks. Yeah, let's move to the next question. So the next question is, let me just read it. Hi, is there any workaround to exclude some of the items in the search box result? What are the already been selected? Okay, so the basic idea is, so for example, there's a list and there is some pre-selected items in that particular list. How can you exclude them? So there is a one thing is in the bubble is minus list. So if you search, so just see my screen, and if you just see, for example, user, and then there is a minus list or minus item, depend upon what you have. Either you have a list or item. Just use minus list or minus item to exclude the already selected items. Yeah, that's it for this video. If you have any question further down the line, just ping me here and I'll have to answer it.